Welcome, everybody. This is 7 Principles for Parenting Awesomism Kids, and we'd like to give you a little bit of information today about this upcoming course. We have its 2 facilitators with us, Diane Hunter and Duvi Albano, and I'd like to have them just share a little bit about the information about the course and get you excited. So, Diane, how about you?
Great. Thank you, Suzy. And thank you so much for developing this course, because I remember when you first mentioned it, I got so excited about not only the material, but the community aspect. As a parent of a child with autism, an Awesomism child, he's actually now 15. I can't believe it. He's 12. One of the things that I've noticed is how important community is for me. Often I'm in my home, or it's this opportunity to connect once a week with other parents who are going through a similar experience has enriched my life, and being in the Awesomism community as well. So thank you for creating the material and the opportunity to share this with other parents. So that's one of the things that I wanted to communicate here, was how this experience allows us to come together in a really intimate setting. Yes, we're over the phone, and we're doing it from our own home, so we don't need to physically go somewhere. It makes it really easy. And every week we get to learn from each other and ask questions. And there's the material of the course, which is super powerful, that that guides us each week. And then we open it up just to have this conversation and see what comes up. What are your challenges? What within that topic, or and a really safe place to ask anything. So on the calls, we will be not only discussing the material, there will be coaching. I offer coaching in the calls, and Duvi's here for the first time to co-facilitate with me. I'm super excited about that. I'll let her introduce herself as well. But what I'm excited about that is she's bringing her unique expression, which is so beautiful. So you'll have both of us. And I look forward to whoever is feeling drawn to join this course, that we're really going to have a rich experience. So Duvi, I'd like to.
Yes. Well, and thank you both for giving me this opportunity to co-facilitate with you, such a master at delivering information at all levels. This is especially important for me because even if I have to admit that I feel some resistance to be out there, there's something that I dreamed from the very beginning, that I met Suzy, and I had this visual of me presenting her book in Spain, and it was a visual and a sensation and a feeling, almost like a possibility that I kind of like put aside. I never accessed back to it, and then when I was asked if I could translate a few of the documents for the course and help with the translation of the book, the editing part, everything started evolving to the point where now the book is, her book, Suzy's book, Awesomism, is being printed in Spanish, and it's coming in April, and it's gonna be out there. So I really hope to be able to bring this information, so valuable, that has been, so valuable to me personally, to be able to share it with everybody in Spanish when the time comes. So this is kind of like a very nice way for me to step into the course in English first with such masters. So thank you. And I really hope, I love that what you said, the sense of creating a safe space for parents to bring those experiences that feel odd to us and we don't dare to share with others, and we're like, I'm feeling this, but I'm not sure. And to be able to gain a deeper knowledge of what our kids are bringing for us and for everybody, it's so incredibly valuable. So yes, I'm very, very excited.
Can you tell we're passionate?
Yeah, exactly. I think the other thing too, Diane, that you were talking about the community aspect and also the opportunity to have some private coaching and, or small group coaching and private, I guess, as well. But I think the fact that these groups are a little bit smaller, they have a tendency to be a nice tight-knit group. I think there's just this opportunity to, in many ways, to kind of get to really ask the questions that maybe sometimes we're afraid to ask other places. There's, because of the intimacy and because of the fact that, these two lovely women, have been living that experience of autism to awesomism, for most of their lives, it's, I think that it just invites the opportunity to kind of get to the crux of some of the things that you might really want to know, but haven't had the opportunity or maybe the impetus to share because it didn't feel quite safe enough, or it didn't feel like, it was the right thing to do. And one of the things that I just noticed, Diane, about your facilitating is that just deep invitation, that capacity to invite people to, to the deeper questions. And it's interesting too, when we get those deeper questions, that's what changes something. It's that place that we're just not quite willing to go to quite yet. That's the little barrier. And then the moment that we kind of go, oh yeah, I can ask this. This is something that everybody else experiences. This is a safe community. All of a sudden, it just like flips the switch, and that particular issue becomes maybe less of an issue. Can Duvi or Diane, can one of you kind of give a list of what is what's kind of on store for those 7 weeks of that course?
Yes. Let me tell everybody a little bit about the logistics. And I've also noticed that somebody has joined us in the call, which is awesome. So if you want to introduce yourself, or if you want to wait and you have questions afterwards, you're more than welcome to do any, or either or none. So yes, the course is based with the 7 documents that were produced with the collective consciousness of the children through Suzy. And that's kind of like the base. So basically, we just ask you to read one of the document before we start the specific session. And then either we build up over the topic that is presented, or if there are any questions, and it's just basically going with the flow of what's needed in the moment, what wants to be revealed in the moment through the questions and the conversations that we're going to be having. So the first, it's 7 weeks, and it starts the 3rd of April, and we're going to be every Monday at 10 a.m. It's going to last between an hour and a half, 2 hours. We're open to a little bit flexible to go with the flow. So the first topic is traveler in a foreign land. We're really trying to invite you, which we really invite you to really start seeing your children from a very different perspective. Then the second topic is about communication, how you're here to communicate. That's the name of the document. The third one is about curiosity. That is gonna take us. Who knows what's gonna take us? We'll
One of my favorite topics.
Yes. Then about the concept of accepting your child as they are. That's a nice thing to hear, and sometimes maybe to land it and to embrace it, and it can be a little bit tricky sometimes, for my experience. And then a wonderful topic, it's coherent. Coherent is your turning point, and I truly believe that it's the. And we really also, one of my intentions would be, it's like not only bringing your own coherence, but also we build up through the weeks. We build up this coherence within the group, and it creates this wonderful sense of community that you were talking about. Then trusting yourself and your child. Trusting, that's another major word. That's like, how much can we embrace from that word? And then the last one is integration versus remediation. And it's going to be the weeks are going to be consecutive. The only week that we're going to take off is April 24th, because it's the day after Suzy's live event. So we will all need some integration time.
Travel time.
Yes. And so we'll be done in May 22nd, the week before Memorial Day. So I'm very, very, very excited to start. And it's going to be through the not through Zoom, but it's via teleconference call. So basically, you're on the phone. And it kind of like, as beautiful as Zoom can be, it kind of helps also be not as distracted maybe with the visuals, seeing each other, and
Yeah.
So it kind of helps to be more in the safe.
I think that's such a good point, Duvi, because it's like you've got the community and you've got the connection through the telecall, but you've also got the opportunity to kind of mute yourself out and be in your own space, and it also, given that this is a parenting course, there are all kinds of kids running in and out all the time too. So it's also nice to be able to have the opportunity to do what you need to do in the moment and not
exactly, to mute and unmute yourself at your convenience. Absolutely, yes.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Duvi. And I wanted to invite, if there's a question always see for your screen is an N and S, and that you're muted. So if you have a question for us about the course, go ahead and unmute yourself, and we would love to answer a question if you have one. And I just wanted to share my intention for facilitating this. And my intention is to show up and be support for you if this is something that you're feeling called to participate in, to support your journey home, to really see yourself and your child in a more expanded view, and to support all the aspects that are maybe confused or unsure, or any part that really feels uncomfortable, to support those areas in open. And that's my intention.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hello.
Hi.
sorry. I've had a little bit of chaos going on here this morning, so that's why I don't know anything about.
Yes, nothing.
Yeah.
Hi, Mama.
So, basically, I just wanted to learn a little bit more about the program. I think the only question that's come up, I was a little late logging on, but just the big thing, just with schedules and all of that, are some of these sessions pre-recorded, and is that okay? Or is it something where you need to actively participate with every class?
Oh, thank you so much for that question. That's a wonderful question. Yes, so especially for parents where this schedule may not, it's so fluid. The course will be taught on Monday mornings at 10 a.m. Pacific time, and they will all be recorded, and they are just available to the people who sign up and participate in the course. So they will not be made public. One of the things that's really important to us and sacred is that this is a really safe space for us to explore whatever's coming up for us as parents. And I'll be facilitating that. So everything is invited. And so it is very safe. And so if you cannot make the call live, it is recorded for you. It's not.
And I believe the recordings are available by next morning.
Oh, okay. Okay.
that can be downloaded from the website. And they'll be available, that's a great question too, they'll be available for about a month after the course, and then it's cleared out, because then if we offer another cycle, we don't make those recordings available to any other group. It's really each group creates its own state of coherence and community. So it's like it has its own little life. And there also is a private Facebook page that is for all the people all the parents who have been in the courses. So your course experience, and then there's also a Facebook page community where we can support each other ongoing.
Okay. And then would there be any option or availability, like for instance, if you couldn't make a session, that you might be able to pre-submit a question?
Great. I love your questions. Thank you.
That's a great question. Yeah.
Yes. Email is the best way. And Duvi and I will both provide our contact information. And you can always send us emails. And you can email in between as well. I always welcome as much communication as you desire. I may not respond immediately, but it's available so that I can bring it to the next week's class.
Okay, good. So those are all my immediate questions, so please continue.
Wonderful. And who's your child? Would you like to share? Do you have?
Oh, yeah. No, so my son is almost 10, and his name is Brayden. And so I guess he was originally diagnosed with PDD-NOS. And basically, I'm just always looking for new and, I don't know, creative is the right word, but, other than the mainstream, to support him. The mainstream offers very little, and I've seen a lot more progress and support for him when I've sort of gone down the alternative paths. So that's basically why I'm interested. And I've spoken with Suzy a number of times, and I've really found a lot of benefit in this approach. So, yeah.
It's amazing where the kids take us, isn't it? Take us to all kinds of fun places. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I could have never even come up with my life is taken.
I have to agree. Me too.
So.
Well, thank you so much for your questions. And also the other piece we didn't mention was the cost of the course is $295. $295.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It starts on April 3rd. So.
Okay. And then will there be, I guess, another email or whatever to sign up and actually register?
Yep. Yeah. Right after this one. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll send out the video and the little registration to everybody, and actually we'll send that out to everybody who showed interest in this call. So, yeah.
Yay.
Diane or Duvi, do you have anything else that you'd like to share before we call it a day?
Yeah, there's one other thing that as you were talking, I just had this vision of expansion, and that's the other thing. I'm so excited. Anyone who comes into this community, the view just expands, and how that unfolds for you and your relationship with yourself and your child is, I'm just so excited for anyone who comes into this and expands with that. So really excited to see who says yes to this and support you.
It's fun to watch that evolution. Duvi?
Yes, well, and for whoever is still not decided, is like to jump in this time, know that this is going to be offered later on and in the year. And meanwhile, I would really invite everybody to either sign up the free Awesomism program, because there's already so much valuable information, and just reading your blogs, Suzy. I mean, even this morning, I was just reading one of the blogs that is like, it's so valuable, and it's called How Alignment to Self Affects Your Children. And there's so much information that it's offered on the web page, on the website, that start small if you don't feel like jumping in yet. And there are the lower chakra clearing process, which is just 30 minutes, or even the calming meditation. That is so valuable to to have, and so many tools that are being offered for free. So I just wanted to extend that invitation if anybody's still not ready.
It makes me smile too, Duvi, because coming from you, that's absolutely brilliant, because given that you started, you kind of came in, you started where you started, and now you're getting ready to facilitate parenting courses. So
I know, like,
awesome.
how did that happen?
In Spanish.
Yeah, in Spanish, I know, it's so good. All right, well, thank you everybody for making it today, and thank you Duvi and Diane. Thanks for joining us, and we look forward to having you guys soon. Thanks everybody. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Thanks.